Sherbrooke just makes life really, really uncomfortable. And there was no point in that game we felt comfortable. Look at the end, right? We're up 10 points, and next thing you know, it's 24-20. Like, it just shows how resilient they are, and it just shows you how this tournament. You blink for a second, look at the last semi-2, Dinos and Bears, right down. Bears are rolling, boom, 25-10. I mean, this is the tournament, and we've been exited this tournament a few too many times thinking we were safe. And so I was proud of the guys for not ever feeling safe and grinding.
Right, and you alluded to it, but maybe for the less informed volleyball player or fan, both of your wins in the tournament thus far have been 3-0. Could you share with people who weren't in the building tonight maybe the energy or the emotion that Sherbrooke brought out in that first set? I know me being in the building was pretty special.
It's you got to be really true to who you are as a team, and so you have a profile and you have a personality, so you have a culture and a style, and the teams that interact with their style the best are going to squeeze the most out of their potential and talent. And I thought we saw that from Sherbrooke. They're not a very tall team, but what they are is they're really energetic. They work incredibly hard. It's so hard to get a ball to the ground, and they understand how to play as shorter players. So they were doing an amazing job of under-touching. So when our guys were greedy, they popped up, and then they were really good at using edges, changing speeds, picking on our kind of middle of our court with off-speed stuff. So again, teams that understand who they are and embrace that as a strength are the teams that are hardest to beat. And I thought Sherbrooke is a great example of that. That's why they're in this event. That's why they're in the semifinal, playing for a medal tomorrow. And it was just incredibly uncomfortable to play against them the entire time. Even when we were up, it was just super awkward. And that's a credit to the coach's staff and how hard the players prepared for this.
Right. Back to, it was a great account of what Sherbrooke did tonight. Back to the team that you're a little more familiar with. Last night you shared with us, a pretty granular evaluation of your team in terms of, I think 4 or 5 criteria you evaluate. I know that was a big hit online with the volleyball community. I just wondering if you could share maybe some highlights from that again.
Well, it was less. I'm less happy tonight.
Yeah.
I just think, one of the things, we were really good at the things that don't require great ability. We were great at the things that their parents gave them, which is genetics. We're physical and high and hit hard. So their parents gave them amazing bodies. What we got to take pride in is reading and decision making and adaptations. And I thought we were behind in those phases where we can be. Not bad, but not as good as our best performance, and that's what we're trying to strive for. So we left chances out there. I mean, there was ball control situations and game plan situations and greedy swings and missed hand contacts and sort of like things that are well within our control. There's so many parts of the game that you don't control, and that's just the game. That's why, thank goodness, it's a game of 25. But there is so much that we do control, and tonight we didn't control enough of the things. We talk about the quality of input in the game will result in quality outputs. I don't know that our inputs were where it needed to be. We have to upgrade the inputs, the way we communicate, the way we front load, and the way we close feedback loops. If we're better at that stuff, then I think our output will be better. But that, again, Sherbrooke makes life uncomfortable. But we have to understand that it's going to be uncomfortable tomorrow too. We know how great the Bears are. We know how intense that game will be. We just played it last week. And if we don't find a way to kind of really be great at what we put input into our system, then it's going to be ugly output. So we got 24 hours to upgrade, less than that. And so I would say, last night we said that it was 3.5 phases, and I don't know, our serving phase is pretty good. Our block defense phase got really good. And I think our in-system phase was good, but again, they're just so hard to score against. Our defense was rough though. They picked us apart, so we'll get better at that.
Right, understood. And this is my last question. We could probably go on talking all night at this rate, but in that first set, Sherbrooke came, and in my opinion, made a statement with their emotional side, but also their gameplay was just really clean. You've been vocal all year long in interviews and in videos about the role Jesse Elser has as a leader. And really at the end of that set, I saw a leader dig deep, and from the service line, from behind the 3-meter line, and defense and ball control. He stepped up when the team really needed a leader. Can you just comment a little bit on his performance?
Yeah, and I thank you for bringing Jesse up. It's just in a team of superstar athletes, sometimes it's easy to overlook just how special he is to what we do. I mean, we call him the unicorn for a reason. Like, guys his size usually don't play that kind of role. He's on basically a libero at 6'8", who's playing left-sided. I mean, and then he can change the game in the receiving phase, which we saw tonight, the blocking, the defense phase. His pipe ball is incredible. And then all of a sudden, the moment was there, and that's when leaders step up. And I thought Jesse was the guy. And he did it by not trying to be a bully. Like, look how physical I am. He's like, no, I'm going to change my speeds. He was going hybrids and cuts and then a blast ball. Then he made 2-3 digs in that run. You know, and I think just it's so many of the things we do are so flashy and exciting, but I think Jesse, you know, and Colton too, you know, are the kind of foundation to the whole thing. And you know, it was so great to see, you know, the moment was there, and one of our most reliable humans, both on and off the court, was there for us. And oftentimes we say to get to the final, it's the guys who aren't famous. To win the final, your big boys have to play well, and that's what been our experience in the past. And again, another example, like our not our all Canadian tonight. It was the unicorn who got it done. And again, thanks for noticing it. But he was incredible. Yeah.
Awesome, Coach Josephson, always a pleasure. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.